Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight we are in a platoon or a division, whatever you want to call it, with my buddy Big Minivan. You guys have seen him if you've been around the channel for a while. You've seen him on my World of Tanks videos from time to time. He's a really good player. He's going to be in the Tier 5 American battleship, the New Mexico. And I'm going to be in the Tier 5 American cruiser, the Pensacola. And we are going to utterly destroy this team. It's not the best game I've had, but it's the best game I've had in the Pensacola. And this isn't fully upgraded. This still had the smaller guns, which I believe are 152 millimeters. Somebody can correct me on that. I will tell all of the new folks around here that you will hear me make mistakes from time to time, and you can call me out on it in the comments. If I make a mistake, let me know about it. That's part of the fun of learning something new. But we're in the Pensacola. Now the Pensacola is a step away from the traditional cruiser role that we've had so far. If you remember correctly, you went from the St. Louis into the Phoenix and then the Phoenix into the Omaha. Well, the Phoenix and the Omaha both get torpedoes. They both get pretty good guns, and they do everything pretty well. This is more of a mini battleship. It doesn't get the armor of a battleship. It doesn't get the healing ability of a battleship, but all it gets is guns. Now, eventually it gets 203 millimeters or 8-inch guns, depending on which person you talk to. It's either 203 millimeters or 8 inches. Now, it's the same thing, but, you know, depending on who you talk to, one's right or the other's wrong. But personally, I like to call them the 8-inch howitzers. I know this is not necessarily a howitzer, but it is what it is. We'll just go away from that. But we take a shot at the New York right at the tail end of our actual engagement range. And we're just going to park ourselves behind this island initially. We've got a Furataka pushing up on us. So we've got armor piercing loaded. We're going to try to put a shot across his bow, just if nothing else, to get him to turn so that the battleship can delete him. Now we get detected by the planes, so I start backing up a little bit. Get behind the island a little further. As long as I can still shoot these guys without... And you notice the little white icon saying that the mountains and stuff were in the way. So I have to try to shoot this Congo when he comes out. And we're just waiting for him. He's just kind of moseying on out there. So we go ahead and fire the guns. Of course we get detected because, you know, as soon as you fire a gun, you're going to be noticed. And we get a decent hit. We're not doing bad. We're at 8,000 damage right now. The New York is definitely within our range now. So we're going to go ahead and pop a shot at him as well. And he fires a salvo back, so we go ahead and throw the thing into forward and get out of there. Because even though those are high explosive shells, those are really big high explosive shells. And we get a Citadel hit from plunging fire on the New York. So I'm like, all right, well, let's see if we can repeat. Because if you can keep getting Citadels, that's some decent damage. And yes, you can Citadel through the top of a ship. That is the thing. So if you can do it, you got to be basically at the very edge of your range, because you want the shells to be coming down from as steep an angle as possible. That's how you get the penetration through the decks. But we didn't manage to finish him off. And Ty, or Big Minivan, is kind of, he's like, oh my god, I'm just still loading, I got this. And I'm like, don't worry, dude, I got your back. So the first Furataka goes down, and the second one's here, and I'm like, don't worry, dude. It's a Japanese cruiser broadside onto me. I'm going to probably Citadel the ever-living crap out of him. And that is the one time I don't Citadel him, because of course it would be, right? Why would I ever Citadel a guy just in time? But Minivan takes him down. So we managed to buy him just enough time to get loaded, and he doesn't get torpedoed by the Japanese destroyers. Now this Congo is kind of getting to be a little bit of a nuisance. So I'm going to he's turned broadside on in front of Ty again. So Ty's behind me in the battleship, and I'm just going to push up on him. I'm going to take those guns, and he's going to look at me here in a moment. And as soon as he starts looking at me, I'm just going to, you know, try to push up on him. Because he just ran aground, and I tell Ty that he's not going anywhere. And we get some good hits through the side of his ship there, taking him down to about half health. Ty gets a good hit on him, taking him down to about a quarter of his health, and maybe a little bit more than a quarter. And we go ahead, put another salvo on him, and those guns are looking right at me. Now, this is a place you do not want to be in a cruiser. because, okay, we got away with it. But watch me not worry about it, and he gets the second batteries off, and there's the paddling. Instantly lose over half my health because I'm an idiot. Like, I thought he fired a full salvo the first time. And so when he didn't do much of anything to me, I kind of just got complacent, and I drove straight at a broadside on him. And I paid the price. Could have easily gone a lot worse. Pensacola's and Omahas and any other cruisers are not known very well for, and there we shoot down a plane. So that's the thing. Or maybe that, yeah, I think that was one of ours that we shot. But either way, we're racking up the shots on target, and we're just gonna push all the way around because we do not want him to shoot us. And so we're gonna go ahead and try to run aground here, and he's gonna get obliterated. He's got nothing left. Now here's where I wish I could have stolen the kill, because I was looking for the bow of his ship. I was like, maybe if I can just sneak a high explosive round on him, I'll finish him off. But unfortunately, it wasn't a thing. But it's no fear, because Ty's loaded and down he goes. So right now I've got 1 kill. Ty's got what, 3 kills at this point, or maybe 2. But he's doing pretty well. And we're just gonna continue. We've held our side. I've managed to stay alive, which is, even though I shouldn't have lost that much health because I'm an idiot, you know, it's gonna happen. You're going to make mistakes, and one of those mistakes that I make is when you think somebody's not loaded. Okay? Always assume they're loaded. Always. Even if you just saw them fire. Because if you assume, it's gonna be a paddling. Just like you saw me take over half my health. And like I said, that could have been much worse. That was just like 2 batteries. What if he was a full salvo? If that was a full salvo, I'm a dead man. So we got very fortunate. Now we take a shot at the broadside of the Pensacola, and this is, yeah, I don't care who you are. That's a good shot. There's a Citadel too. And now he's got a lot less health. He is shooting at me, which is fine. And he shoots at Ty as well. And just as we start engaging this Pensacola, we also get flanked, because they have a destroyer that's left. And so while we're all shooting at this little Pensacola, and we're tunnel visioning pretty hard to get him off the board, and that looks like a good salvo, but he turns into it, and that was the perfect move at the perfect time for him. So that keeps him alive a little bit longer, but we're gonna get loaded. Come on, we should be able to beat Ty's reload, and shot out. Wait for it. Pow! Take him down. And we take rounds from the New Mexico that's just sitting back there. And sure enough, we have a destroyer sneaking in with a full salvo of torpedoes coming in hot. So we need to be careful here. And so I told Ty, I was like, I got it. I'm almost loaded. Come on, just give me a second. Give me a second, and finish him. Yes, we got him. We damaged his propulsion and his torpedoes and killed him, but he's still got the torpedoes off, and there they are. He's got a full set. He's got 2, and Ty misses the first 2, but I'm getting very close. Get out of there. Yes. And Ty takes 1 hit from the torpedoes, but that could have been a lot worse. But we're all still alive. Now, this New Mexico, this is a teaching point. This is one of the things I like to show people, because I make a huge mistake here. I have a plane on my ship that I can throw up. It's a fighter, but it can spot. So why I didn't throw this plane up is beyond me. I didn't think about it. So I pulled out thinking, okay, I'm going to be able to spot this New Mexico. Ty's going to beat him up, and of course he kills me. Yeah. You gotta love it. And that's why you don't want to give up over half your health in 1 salvo from a battleship early in the game, because it only takes 1 mistake later in the game to get you killed. So, with that in mind, I finished the game with 3 kills, 3 Citadels, 2 fires started, lots of shots on target, and 64,000 damage done. Ty, on the other hand, is still going. And he's in a 3v3 situation, but it's not really a 3v3 situation, because, to be honest, the other guys aren't going to really do a whole lot in this one. Ty's kind of going to carry the team here at the end. He's done really well up to this point, but he's going to have to play extremely well to finish this off. And we're going to watch him do it. So, we've got a New Mexico bow tanking and a New Mexico broadside on. Who's going to win this engagement, I wonder? Now, Ty turns broadside to give him a full salvo. And good night, sweetheart. Go back to the garage. There you go. Now, notice he only went broadside as soon as he was ready to fire his guns. And now he's turning immediately to his left to try to avoid the shells that he knows are going to be coming from the 2 battleships on his left. He also checks both of their health right here so that he knows who he needs to shoot at first to get them off the board. And that being said, the guy that's at 9.6, 9.4 kilometers to the right, he is a one-shot kill. If one good salvo hits this guy, he's done. So all he does is shoot the front guns at the guy and doesn't quite do any damage to him on the first round. He shoots the rear guns over at the New Mexico, and it's ineffective. Well, okay, he got a pin out of that. A little bit of damage, so taking what they give him. But he should have the front guns loaded very soon. He's bow tanking, so they're not going to get much damage on him. The New Mexico on the left is probably the worst one of the 2 that he could take rounds from at the moment. But of course, he's missing all his shots. So that gives him one more chance to fire at the New Mexico, who's broadside on again. And that's the end of him. Now he gets a chance to fire the rear guns. And does he connect? A nice hit on that one. Now he's going to bow tank it. He's going to turn straight towards him to minimize the chances of penetration. And there we go. We get a lot of misses and a couple deflections there, doing basically nothing to him as far as damage. He's got some more rounds incoming from the right, and again some more deflections. No real damage taken. And now he knows that that guy has fired all of his guns. He can throw this thing broadside, and from this distance, at 6 kilometers away, it's going to be real difficult, even for a battleship, to miss this shot. He gets 1 pin, and come on, who's going to load first, him or you? Shot. Come on, the front guns have got to be about loaded by now. Come on, Ty, you can do it. Clutch it. Getting some high explosive help from the teammate. He manages to bow tank the incoming rounds, and from 5 kilometers, he's definitely not going to miss, and down he goes. Finishing off his Unleash the Kraken. That's right, he ended up with 5 kills in that game. I ended up with 3 kills in that game. He did over 100,000 damage. I did 64,000 damage. And between the 2 of us, we managed to kill 8 out of the 9 enemy team. You gotta love it. So if you like what we're doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.